Good afternoon, student. This is our sixth lecture on applied stochastic processes. Today's topic is finding probability of ruin and expected gain of gambler ruin problem. In previous lecture, we already saw what is gambler ruin problem, reflecting barrier, absorbing barrier, elastic barrier, and etc. So we start with our today's lecture. These are the various questions which is based on gambler ruin problem. So what are the questions? Discuss the gambler ruin problem. We already discussed what is the gambler ruin problem, what absorbing barrier, reflecting barrier in previous lecture. And we already saw that Xn is a Markov chain with state space 0, 1, 2 up to A. In today's lecture, we include that find the probability of ultimate ruin, that is probability that player A lost the game. Second, find expected duration of game when initial capital of player A is I. And third one, finding expected gain of player A when initial capital is rupees I. Initial capital is rupees I means what? The player start game with rupees I. So we start with our solution. So see here, there are two players, player A and player B. Initial capital of player A is I. So initial capital of player B is what? A minus I. So total capital is what? A. Probability of winning of player A is P and probability of loss Q. So what is Xn? The Xn is what? The capital of player A at the end of the trial. So what is my transportation probability matrix? So see, this is my TPM. Now probability of transition from state 0 to 0 is 1. Probability of transition from state 0 to 1 is 0. Probability of transition from state A to A 0, while probability of transition from A to A minus 1 is 1. Probability of transition from state 1 to 2 P. From in reverse order it is probability Q. So see, this TPM is nothing but absorbing barrier, where X0 is what? Initial capital of player A is rupees I. So how to find? See, after first trial, the gambler have I plus 1 position with probability Q and I minus 1 position with probability Q. Now gambler is at position I. If it move from position I to I plus 1, that probability is P. If he moves from position I to I minus 1, that is in reverse order, the probability is Q. So see, this is my equation. So if it moves from I to I plus 1 with probability P, it moves to I minus 1 with probability Q. Now with the boundary condition, this is the main statement, P0 is 1 and PA 0. Okay. So this is my boundary condition. Now what is Pi here? Pi is nothing but probability of ultimate ruin. So we have to find this probability. So we start with our solution. Now we take Pi to this side. So it becomes what? It becomes in negative sign. So Pi plus 1 plus Q, Pi minus 1 minus Pi is equals to 0. Now how to write this equation in terms of E? You already know that what is this equation. So see this equation. whole equation in written in terms of pi minus 1. So I want to write first in terms of pi minus 1. So I write here e square pi minus 1. We have to write this second equation in terms of pi. So e pi minus 1 and the last pi minus 1. So our equation becomes what? E square pi minus 1 minus p pi minus 1 plus q upon p pi minus 1 is equals to 0. So only remember this thing. What is our last index? It is I minus 1. So we have to convert our equation in terms of I minus 1. So we write e square e and last pi minus 1 as it is. Now from this equation, that is from this equation we take pi minus 1 common. So it becomes what? So equation becomes so see, this is my equation. I take only pi minus 1 outside. So in bracket it remains e square minus e upon p plus q upon p. Now we add one more term minus e and plus e. From first we take e common. So in the bracket what remains e minus 1. From this second term we take e common. So what remains? I up 1 minus 1 upon p and last term as it is. So what is 1 minus 1 upon p? It is simply q upon p, right? So what is my final equation? My final equation is e minus 1 plus q upon pe plus q upon p into bracket p I minus 1 is equals to what? Is equals to 0. So we divide this equation into two terms. So what is my equation? Here minus is there, okay? So in first bracket we written e minus 1 and second is e minus q upon p. So these are the two answers. Now this is what? This is second degree homogeneous differential equation with auxiliary equation. Roots of auxiliary equation is what? 1. Why it is 1? See, e minus 1 is equals to 0. So we get e is equals to 1. And from this we get e is equals to q upon p. So there are two answers of this equation, this second degree homogeneous equation. First is 1 and second is q upon p. So general solution. Now you already know that what is general solution, particular solution. Okay, so how to write general solution? C1 1 raised to I. Why 1 raised to I? Because one answer is 1. C2 plus into bracket q upon p raised to I. So this is my general solution. We already saw our two boundary conditions. So we start with P0. What is P0? P0 is 1. So in this equation, that is, this is our main equation. In this equation we put value of I is 0. So my equation is what? C1 1 raised to 0, C2 q upon p raised to 0. So this answer is what? 1. Why? Because this is the boundary condition. So what we get finally? We get C1 plus C2. Why C1 plus C2? 1 raised to 0, 0, q upon p raised to 0, again 0. So we get equation C1 plus C2. So what is C1? C1 is nothing but 1 minus C2. So now our purpose is what? We have to find value of C1 and C2. Now we use second boundary condition. So what is my second boundary condition? This is my second condition. PA is equals to 0. What is first condition? P0 is equals to 1. And second is what? PA is equals to 0. Now in above general solution we put value of I is equals to A. So equation becomes C1 1 raised to A, C2 Q upon P raised to A. So 1 raised to A is what? That is simply 1. So what we get? C1 plus C2 Q upon P raised to A is equals to 0. Next, we put value of C1 as 1 minus C2. So in this case, we put value of C1. So it becomes what? 1 minus C2. Now, next is what? We get here, see, this is my equation, minus C2 plus C2 Q upon P raised to A. Now from this equation we take C2 common. So in bracket what remains? 1 minus Q upon P raised to A. So what is final answer? C2 is what? C2 is nothing but, this is my final answer, that is 1 upon 1 minus Q upon P raised to A. This is the final answer of C2. Now our purpose is what? Next we find C1. So this is my C2. C2 is what? 1 upon 1 minus Q upon P raised to A. So what is C1? It is 1 minus C2. Now we subtract this C2 from 1. So what we get? So see, after solving this one, we get final answer of C1 as minus Q upon P raised to A. 1 minus Q upon P raised to A. So it becomes what? So see, C1 is what? Q upon P raised to A divided by Q upon P raised to A minus 1. Now this minus sign get cancelled. Why it is cancelled? We write this as Q minus A raised to Q upon P raised to A minus 1. So we take first here minus side outside. So my C1 is what? Q upon P raised to A divided by Q upon P raised to A minus 1. So general solution is what? So see, this is C1 plus C2 Q upon P raised to I. So we first put here value of C1 and C2. So after putting this value of C1 and C2, my equation is what? See, this is my C1 and this is my C2. Now here term is what? Q upon P raised to A minus 1, and here 1 minus Q upon P raised to A. Now make this denominator same. So we take here instead of plus minus sign, and this term is written as Q upon P raised to A minus 1. So after solving this, or after putting the value of C1 and C2, we get probability of ruin as Pi is equals to Q upon P raised to A minus Q upon P raised to I divided by Q upon P raised to A minus 1. In this case, P is not equals to Q, which is not equals to half. That is, value of P and Q is not equals to half. In that case, the probability of ruin, that is probability that A lost the game, is nothing but Q upon P raised to A minus Q upon P raised to I divided by Q upon P raised to I minus 1. Now we take limit of this answer. Limit is what? Limit P tends to half. So Q upon P raised to A minus Q upon P raised to I divided by Q upon P raised to A minus 1. After putting p is equals to half, we get answer 0 upon 0. So when limit is 0 upon 0, we apply here L'Hospital rule. So that rule is what? Take derivative of this function. We take derivative for this function. So we take derivative here. After solving this, finally we get answer. This is my answer. A minus I upon A. While putting the answer P is equals to Q is equals to half in that equation. Now next I want to find probability of A wins ultimately, that is 1 minus probability of ruin. So this is my probability of ruin. After subtracting this from 1, we get this equation, that is Q upon P raised to A minus 1 minus Q upon P raised to A plus Q upon P raised to raised to I upon Q upon P raised to A minus 1. Now in this case, see, these two terms get cancelled. So what remains? Q upon P raised to I minus 1, Q upon P raised to I. So see, these two terms get cancelled. This one and this one. What remains in the numerator? Q upon P raised to I minus 1 upon Q upon P raised to A minus 1. If P is equals to Q equals to half, after putting in this equation, we get I upon A. So that is probability of A wins ultimately when P is equals to Q is equals to half. So finally, what we get? So we get these two probabilities. First, this one, Q upon P raised to I minus 1 upon Q upon P raised to A minus 1 when P is not equals to Q, which is not equals to half. And second is I upon A when P is equals to Q is equals to half. So totally we get how many probabilities? For win, 2 probabilities, and for loss also 2 probabilities. Now next we go for probability of A ruin ultimately. So see, this is my again equation. Now we consider this case. P is equals to Q, which is equals to half. Now in this case, I directly put the value of P is equals to half and Q equals to half. So this is my final equation. Now again I write this equation in terms of I minus 1. So what I get if I write this equation in terms of I minus 1? So we get E square I plus 1. Now this is here I minus 1 is there. Minus 2 E Pi minus 1 plus Pi minus 1. So this is my equation. Now take Pi minus 1 common. So what we get is square minus 2E plus 1. Now divide this equation. So we get E minus 1 in one bracket. Again E minus 1 in another bracket. So final answer is what? E minus 1 square into Pi minus 1. So root 1 is repeated. So what is my answer? What is final answer? Pi is equals to C1 plus C2I into A raised to I. So what we get? So again we use here two boundary condition. What are the conditions? We use these two conditions, that is to find C1 and C2. P0 is 1 and Pa is equals to 0. So in this case, we first put I is equals to value 0 and in second case we put I is equals to A and then we find value of C1 and C2. So how to find? So see this is my equation. I is equals to 0. So C1 plus C2 into 0 we get C1. So P0 is C1. But what is P0? If we use boundary condition, we get final answer C1 is equals to 1. Now if I put I is equals to A, so what I get? C1 plus C2 into A. So final answer after solving this, we get C2 is what? PA minus P0 upon A. So again we use here what? Boundary condition. So what we get? We get final answer of C2 as PA minus P0 upon A. P0 is 0 while PA is 0 and P0 is 1. So final answer is what? Minus 1 upon A. Now I put this value in terms of this equation. So what I get? 1 minus I upon A. Why? Because C1 is 1 and C2 is minus 1 upon A. So final answer of PI is what? A minus I upon A. Now we already saw in previous slide we get probability A minus I upon A. So this is another method to find the probability of ruin in case of what? When P is equals to Q is equals to half. So totally there are two methods. So see, this is my final answer. So there are two probabilities. First, probability of ruin, that is player A lost the game. So there are two answers, Q upon P raised to A minus Q upon P raised to I when P is not equals to Q, which is not equals to half. Second, A minus I upon A when P is equals to half and also Q is equals to half. Similarly, the another answer is when probability that A wins. So in that case, first answer Q upon P raised to I minus 1, Q upon P raised to A minus 1 when P is not equals to Q, which is not equals to half, and second I upon A when P is equals to Q is equals to half. So the total there are two answers for probability of winning and probability of lost the game. So next we want to find the expected game of player A. So we start with our answer. Suppose player A with initial capital rupees I, if ultimately lost rupees I. He has initial capital rupees I and he lost that rupees I. So gain is what? Gain is rupees I with probability Pi, and if he wins ultimately, his net gain is rupees A minus I with probability 1 minus Pi. So in short, see, this is the explanation. So net gain is what? A minus I. In that case, probability is 1 minus Pi. And suppose he lost rupees minus I with probability Pi. So now multiply this two, what we get? How to find the expected gain? A minus I with 1 minus Pi minus I into Pi. So see, this is my expected gain. Now we want to solve this one. So how to find this one? So only remember this. If gambler have gain of rupees I with probability Pi and total net gain is A minus I with probability 1 minus Pi. Now multiply these two and we get answer of expected gain. So see, Final answer is what? After solving this equation, we get a 1 minus pi into I. So this is my final answer. Now I put value of pi in case of expected gain. So these are the two values of probability of winning. Why? Because we want to find here value of expected gain. So we put the value of probability of winning. So these are the two values. Both these two values I put in this equation here, and we find expected gain again. So see, after putting the value of pi, again we get two values, a into q upon p raised to I minus 1 divided by q upon p raised to a minus 1 minus I, and second a I upon a minus I. Now see, in second case, what I get? Value of a and a get cancelled here. After that, value of I and I again get cancelled here. So it becomes what? In second case, the value of expected gain when P is equals to Q is equals to half, we get answer of expected gain as 0. Okay. Thank you.